is Midlife Mutiny.
Hi. So...
Welcome back. Happy holidays. Hope you're staying safe. We're now in a 3-week stay-at-home order. Don't be with anyone outside your family.
I can't keep track. We're just keeping it same. Same. Just do your part, okay? Wear a mask, stay away, don't party.
So one of the things about wearing a mask and not partying is that you're home and you have time.
Because I was doing so much partying before.
So we have a couple questions this week, and
just a quick note, I have not heard any of this. This is the first time I'm hearing any of the questions or anything that
there are 2 questions. Okay.
I can't with your phone cover.
Okay, here, put this in the comment. Do you think I'm 100 because I have a phone cover that looks like this?
It looks literally like it's the inside of a 80-year-old's potpourri wallpapered bathroom.
It has my wallet for everything. It has my glasses.
It's handy as fuck, but it's so old. You can smell the lilac, the old lady lilac perfume.
Our first question is from Francesca Ferrara in Brooklyn, New York. She said, "The last thing I ever wrote was in Mr. Khaleesi's class in 6th grade. I had to pass it forward, and Adam Abelman read it and started laughing, and I haven't written since. If you have a really great idea, how do you start writing if you've never written since 6th grade?"
Francesca. We all have our Adam Abelmans. I had this girl when I just graduated NYU, and I moved back to LA all fresh-faced, and I had one screenplay, and then I had the one that I could show other people. And I was so excited about it, and I was working with this girl named Michelle.
Is that her real name?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's watching. I was working with this girl named Michelle, and she was from like Kansas or something. And I said, well, blah, 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 I just finished this screenplay, and something. She goes, oh, well, everybody's got a screenplay. And I was like, oh, this bitch. It's actually true, you guys. I'm sorry. But, first of all, get rid of the Michelles and the Adam Abelmans of your life. And what was the actual question?
How do I start? I have a great idea. How do I start writing?
Just start. Just start. Let's say you are an actress and you're looking to write something so you can do that. Think of something that moves you, a pivotal time, a pivotal event, something that affected you one way or another. Writing prompts are great. You can learn a lot from writing prompts. Colette does them in her classes and taught me that they're a great way to just kind of start the wheels turning. If you write daily, there's going to be sooner or later something that kind of sparks that kind of rises to the surface of important things. How do you just do it? And then try and do 15 minutes a day like you would working out. It's anything that requires accountability, working out, eating right, blah, blah, blah. Tell someone what you're doing. Maybe say, can I send you my 15 minutes a day to 1 or 2 people? I'm sure everybody's home, so find someone who you trust and like and send them your pages. Or
because you gave us your question, we will read your 15 minutes if you do it.
Absolutely. And sooner or later, something is going to keep picking at you or nudging you, and that's probably the thing that you should write on.
And also, if you've never written before, write something that you're passionate about. Everything Brooke said was correct. Write for 15 minutes a day. Write about something that inspired you. But again, in this particular instance, we know Francesca's an actress and a wonderful actress. So write something that you can do. A one-woman show, a screenplay that's producible, a play that, you can write yourself the lead. I did that with Sister Cities. I wrote myself the lead in Sister Cities because I wanted to play a great part. So write something that's going to benefit you. I promise you, the more you write, the more you get comfortable with it, the more inspired you're going to be, and then you won't need outside motivation. You're just going to be writing for yourself. And when you write for yourself, It's when other people start to take notice. That's what happened with Bookstore. That's what happened with a lot of our projects. We just wrote them for ourselves, and we were so into it, we weren't trying to please anyone else, that other people did take notice. So start writing, Francesca. We are so different, which is perfect because that's what leads us to our next question. This is from Vanessa Waters, who lives in Canada. She wants to know, what happens when you have a writing partner and you guys have disagreements?
Oh,
Do we have,
yes.
we don't have fundamental disagreements
We don't.
on a lot of, we do?
No, we don't.
Yeah.
That's why I thought it was
It's-
such a good
our
question.
disagreements are on personal quirks, like not the writing. Like, if I bring up something in the writing, I will have to justify it, and vice versa. Like, if I can sell something well enough, then it'll usually fly, and vice versa. If I throw something out there and I start talking about it and it falls apart, we're both aware that it's not going to work.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. When Vanessa asked this question, I was like, okay, well, we have very strong personalities. One of us has a much stronger personality than the other person. So usually I would say with writing partnerships, you just kind of adapt to whoever has the stronger personality. The person who doesn't have a stronger personality just kind of works with it. But we actually have this amazing writing partnership where, despite the fact that we both have loud voices and strong opinions, it works. A lot of times it doesn't. We've both had people we've written with before that we're no longer speaking to.
Yeah, it's
Multiple people.
Years and years that I've been, and I like, to the point where I'm preemptive. Like, someone will say, hey, do you want to write? And I've been like, you know what? I love our friendship, and you wouldn't like me as a writing partner. Because I know innately what kind of personalities are going to work as a collaborative union and what aren't. And it was years and years that I'd write something with my husband, and I would write something with Colette, and that's about it.
And it's okay to say no. And you may want to write with your husband. You may want to write with your best friend. You may want to write with someone.
Or you might want to stay married.
Yeah, it's absolutely true. So it's okay. They may not, the person who you're closest to may not be the best person to write with. And that's okay too. So find someone else. If you're desperate to write with someone else and collaborate, because it is so nice to play off of someone and complain to someone. And what works so well with Brooke and my relationship when we write together is we usually switch off who's just in the mood to write and who's not. And one of us is like, I can't do this anymore. And the other person will jump in and be brilliant. And then that person's like, I've had my limit. So the other person will pick up the slack. That's what a really good writing relationship is. It's give and take. You don't both have to be on all the time, but one of you has to be on half of the time.
So having said that, you're also, I'd say, practice, like to find someone that jives with you writing and vice versa, because it's a good way to practice taking notes. Because if you're ever going to write for a director or someone that hires you, you're going to have to smile and nod and do exactly as they ask of you. So you can do the same in trying to find a good collaborative union. Like, you can try on writing partners, and this one works for this and this one works for that. Just know that almost without fault, like I've sent drafts to people that I couldn't necessarily write with, but I really admire them as writers.
Mm-hmm.
I've had readers and people that I trust their opinion, and I've trusted them with scripts and feedback, but I know that we're both kind of solitary writers.
And also, I mean, here's the good and the bad of a writing partnership. You are in bed with this person indefinitely. So you write a project, like the last bookstore we did a couple years ago. We wrote the screenplay and then did the book. And, there are nibbles here and there. As soon as someone finally picks it up, then it becomes pre-production. Then it becomes, is this going to be a series? This could be something which is the next 20 years of our lives. So you have to make sure when you kind of sign on to a partnership, you're fully aware this may go for a long, long time. So I'm Colette.
I'm Brooke. Just spaced out my husband. When I space out, so here's the thing. It became clear early on that my listening is not active. Like Colette does this active listening.
I do.
Where what are you doing in your head? You're pretending.
No, that's different. That's not to the camera. But I actually listen like most people do when there's a conversation. When Brooke talks, I listen to her. When I talk, Brooke's like this.
No, that's how I listen, you guys. So I literally will listen, and then I imagine, I riff off of what she's saying. For instance, when she said I just forgot what it was because I got the snap from my husband. Anyway, when I do my listening, I kind of look out and I start thinking about, because she has because she has triggered something that makes me think about what we're talking about. I think about it like this. I can't think about it and be self-aware.
Mm-hmm. This is how a good writing partnership works.
And anyway. This is why I usually punch in under singles.
Yes. Yes. So he has to. So it doesn't look like I've just checked out in like a kind of an Adderall haze. Yeah. My husband, bless his heart, knows me very well and knows where I'm thinking super hard, and it's kind of distracting because the writing partner is kind of drifted off. He will wave, but today was
suddenly there's a point where you're George Clooney in Gravity, just kind of like
tonight I was apparently
you just disappear.
So hard. As soon as I hear Doug snap, I'm like, and I'm Colette. This is
yeah, well, that's the difference. You're in it, so you're double. Like, are you listening and talking?
Yeah.
So both.
Yeah.
Listen and talk.
Yeah. So I'm a bad visual listener apparently, and Coco is very well trained. So
I'm Colette.
And I'm Brooke.
And this is Midlife Mutiny.
Dog farts.
Still on.